and welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be finding out what your spirit guides want you to know at this time. So we have 4 groups. Here's group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need more time to decide, you can pause the video. I have timestamps listed below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with group 1. Hi group 1. So if you chose this turquoise angel, then this is going to be your reading. Okay, so we're going to start off with your oracle cards. And let's see what we have first. First, we have they broke your heart. F them. Okay. Step by step. Card number 6, be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Give without expectation. Card number 7, sword, make the change. Kyanite, make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. And we also have this postcard from Spirit that I'm going to save for last. Okay, wow. So the first thing I noticed, like right off the bat, is that we have this step-by-step card and we have cards number 6 and 7. So what your spirit guides want you to know is that they're trying to encourage you to take steps towards a more authentic future for yourself, it sounds like. But really this is like more focused on your self-care and probably healing your heart as well with this they broke your heart card. So let's see. So we also have give without expectation. So there's something about you giving to certain situations in the future where you're coming from more of an authentic place and not like strategizing on how you can get like what you want, you know, as an end goal. Your spirit guides want you to be more authentically yourself in all of your interactions and not think about, you know, how you can get what you want and possibly like acting a certain way or yeah, just not being authentic. So it's kind of like a mix of that, but then also a mix of like you needing to focus on yourself and healing yourself and taking care of yourself so that you are able to present yourself more authentically. I think it's hard for you to do that when you're feeling unhealed, basically, because maybe you don't want to show that side of yourself, right? That's been hurt. You don't want people to see you be vulnerable or see you at your weakest. At least like that's how you feel. So I think first there's more of a need to take care of yourself, take care of your heart. We do have this make time for self-care card. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. And we also have this sword card with make the change. So there's something that needs to change either within you or within your life so that you can move forward feeling more free from this and not feeling so weighed down by what you've gone through. And I love that on this card, she's holding a sword, right? And it says make the change, but she's about to cut off her hair. So I'm not seeing that literally for you guys. I don't know if you'll be cutting your hair off, maybe, but really I see this more like metaphorically as like it's time to drop the dead weight. And that could just be like emotionally. So it's time to like cut out, you know, everything that's been weighing you down, burdening you, keeping you from being able to be yourself because you feel like you've had to hide yourself away because yourself has been pretty wounded and you don't want people to see that. So they want you to be the real you, but they also know that you're probably not going to be able to do that if you're still healing, if you still feel hurt, because you don't want people to see that side of you. So, yeah, first, there's a need for focus on self-care and healing. That needs to be a priority in your life. And whatever changes that you've been feeling called to make with this card, I think it's time for you to step forward and make those changes. Because with this step by step, it's like this is going to be a process for you. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So whatever it is that you're feeling called to do, whether it is, you know, cutting certain things out of your life or even people out of your life, could be anything. Whatever that is for you that you feel does not need to come with you in your future, you know, if it's not really for your highest good, then definitely make the change to let that go so that you can continue to work on yourself and have that focus on yourself. And then I think the more healed that you become and the more you can let the past go, the more you will be able to be your authentic self. And this says, your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. So yeah, they want you to be yourself. But I understand why maybe you haven't felt like you could do that because you don't want everyone to see what you've gone through or how you really feel. But again, you know, with this card, the give without expectation, this kind of goes along with like being the real you, right? Because if you're giving to a certain situation only to get something out of it in return, then that's not really an authentic interaction. That's more of a strategic interaction. So they want you to just be honest, be yourself. If you're feeling called to give to a certain situation, it doesn't have to be like literally giving someone anything, but just, it could just be like giving someone your time. Just do that, you know, if you're feeling called to do that. And don't worry about like what's going to come out of it, what you're going to get out of it. If it's going to be reciprocated even. Not all interactions have to be reciprocal, especially if you feel like there's just something that you need to say or there's something you feel called to do. Yeah. Your guides want you to be able to express yourself and do things without expecting something in return. So let's go ahead and get some tarot. All right, let's do group ones. Oh, that was a bad shuffle. Let's try that again. Do group one's guides want them to know? Okay, we have the Six of Coins, which literally is like basically this card in tarot form. Okay. Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, the Sun, and we have the Tower at the back of the deck. Okay. So we have this Eight of Cups right here in the middle. So I do feel like this is referring to whatever situation you've gone through that broke your heart, that led you to, walk away from a certain situation in your life. And maybe you didn't want to do that. Maybe that wasn't the plan. Maybe, it's not something you wanted to happen, but it's something that needed to happen. And so I do feel like you've been on somewhat of a solo journey. It's funny we have this step-by-step card too, because, Eight of Cups is like all about walking away, and this person is literally like walking. So yeah, it's like you had to walk away from a certain situation in your life. You didn't really want to necessarily, but because of the circumstances, because of the fallout, you had to do what you had to do, and it broke your heart in the process. But you're going to heal from it, so it's okay. You're going to move on. And yeah, it's unfortunate because whatever you went through, it did lead you to becoming more guarded and feeling like you couldn't really be yourself in situations. It felt too vulnerable for you, which you weren't at a place yet to do. So anyway, let's see. We have this Six of Coins and the Nine of Cups. Okay, all right, sorry. I'm laughing because this is literally like this card, again, summed up. The Six of Coins, it literally depicts a person giving to people. In this case, well, this deck is very different because it's all like fairy tales and stuff. But in this case, this woman is giving coins to bugs. So I don't think that really plays a part in your story. But yeah, so the Six of Coins is all about like giving, to a situation. But then the Nine of Cups we have here is all about getting what you want. So it's like you've only been giving to certain situations, because you're trying to get something out of it. So your spirit guides would like you to stop doing that. I'm just the messenger. But yeah, because when you're doing that, you're not really being your authentic self in a way. You should be able to give freely and just in the moment, whatever you feel. Like I do this all the time. Like, not trying to say like do this, but I don't know why, like I'll just go around and I'll like give people compliments for no reason. I'm just like, I just like to make their day. I don't expect anything in return, like at all. I don't know, I just want to make them smile. I don't know. So I'll just tell people like, hey, I love your dress. Like, hey, I love your hair. Like, I don't know, just stuff like that. So like not everything you do has to, result in you getting something out of it. So yeah, they just want you to be able to give more freely without expecting something in return. And then we also have the Two of Wands and the Sun. Oh, wow. Okay, so I see this Two of Wands is so interesting because as you can see, this guy has like two heads and like one is looking in each direction. So I definitely see this as you. It's like you looking to the past versus looking to the future. And it's like you've come to this point where you realize, okay, I can remain stuck in the past and dwell on, what happened to me and feel this hurt and feel like I can never trust again, or I can heal and move forward from this, move on with my life and focus on being happy again. So I do see you making this change in your life. You know, we do have this make the change card right here. It's like there is this change that is coming from inside of you where you finally decide, like, okay, like I have to let the past go. I have to move on with my life. It's not serving me, it's hurting me. And the more that you know, keep, like, I don't know, the more that you hold on to this hurt and pain, like from the past, the more it keeps you from moving on with your life. And it sucks because it's like you're letting that situation, that hurt, to control you, essentially. And not only that, I mean, you're basically letting that person who hurt you control you in a way. Because why are you letting what they did to you run your life? This is your life. You get to decide what you do with it, where it goes, who holds you back, who doesn't. And this person that hurt you is clearly holding you back. And maybe you haven't seen it that way in the past because you were too guarded, or, yeah. It's like you just didn't want people to see that side of yourself or what you had gone through. So by you like hiding that and keeping that inside, you weren't able to be your authentic self. Because if you were your authentic self, people would see that you're hurting. But yeah, I do see you making the change, making this choice to stop harping on the past. And it's like carving out a new future for yourself where you're ready to heal and you're ready to move on and you're ready to be happy again. The Sun card can talk about healing. And not only healing, but being authentic and I mean, just these cards are so perfect. The Sun is ruled by Leo, and Leos are like the kids of the zodiac. So I'm a Leo, so yeah, I can definitely relate. I can, you know, say this from experience. But, you know, people that are ruled by the Sun, you know, are very warm. They're very generous. They're very loving. They're very expansive. They're not afraid to be who they truly are, because in the Sun, you can see everything, you know? It's like when at night, you know, when the moon is out at nighttime, a lot is hidden. You can't see everything. But during the day, when the sun is out, you can see everything. And so I think this, again, comes back to you being authentic with who you are so that everyone can see all of you. So that is what your spirit guides want you to know and want you to work on. This is not easy. This is not an easy thing to go through. So you may have your work cut out for you, especially if you have been living this way for quite some time and this is just kind of how you're used to operating. There does need to be a big change so that you can come back into your authentic self. So I do want to get a couple more cards. I made this little deck and I haven't used it yet, so I kind of want to see how this works, how this goes. All right, message for group 1, please. Message for... Okay, let's see what we got. We have, okay, we have focus on yourself. Don't we have another card like that? What does it say? Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now, and we have focus on yourself. Okay, so we got that coming through again. Basically, your spirit guides really want you to focus on yourself, focus on healing, and basically just think this might actually like require some work for you, because I'm kind of getting like self-concept like a little bit here. Because I think it's one thing to say like, oh, be the real you, be who you are. But I think some of you guys may not even know how to do that, or it's like been so long that you don't even know, like, you're just like, okay, well, who am I? You may not know how to actually express yourself authentically. So I think by you healing and making time for yourself, you'll be able to get back in touch with that side of you and figure out like who you are and like what parts of yourself you can become comfortable with sharing with the world again. Okay, and then we also have this card, the possibilities are endless. Woo, okay, that's nice. So yeah, the future is wide open for you guys. The possibilities are endless. It's all about taking these steps to heal from the past so that you can, you know, step into a much brighter and healed future for yourself. And, you know, again, with this Two of Wands, it's all about like choosing a path. So it's like either you can choose the path that you've already been walking on, you know, the one that has not been authentic to you, and where you have been only giving, with expectation of receiving something in return. Or you can choose to walk in this new direction where you leave all that behind and you're just yourself. And you're just giving freely to people if you feel like doing that and not expecting anything in return, because you're just happy to give to people. So yeah, I do see you moving on from the past and working on yourself and working on being comfortable with sharing all of yourself as well. So let's get your last card, your postcard from Spirit. It says, "Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone, or you might have no value? Maybe you think you need to control everything or else nothing will get done, be healed, be completed, etc. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or to choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome. But we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky enmeshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so, so much." Okay, so that was amazing. Definitely hit on some points here that we talked about. But group one, that is all that I have for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped you. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, group two. So if you chose this Obsidian Angel, then this is your reading. We're going to start off with your oracle cards. So let's see what we have. We have, wow, straight out the gate, you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact, clean yourself up. Okay, not the nicest way to start off the reading, but bear with me, hang in there. Okay, we also have change. Choose love over fear. Card number 11, embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Sodalite, socialize or join in. Make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. Card number 2 with Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. And we also have card number 11, which also adds up to a 2. So 2 could be significant for you guys. And then we also have this postcard from Spirit that we're going to save for last. Okay. Wow. All right. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? Okay, they're saying that this is the perfect time for change in your life with this change card. Because not only do we have this, but we also have this card, embrace this magical moment. You're in the perfect energy to manifest miracles. So they want you to take this opportunity in your life to create more change for yourself. Like, what is it that you want to bring into your life? Now is the time for you to make these changes. So if you're into manifesting, start manifesting. And I don't want you to take this card like too harshly. It says, yeah, you look like it should show you're a hot mess, clean yourself up. What I'm getting from this card is basically the same message, which is if you're wanting to create physical changes within yourself, or, yeah, that's mainly what I'm getting, physical changes. This is also a good time to do that. So it's like, if you want to change your style, if you want to change your hair, if you want to, work out or something, change your physique, this is also a good time to do that. I don't think, you actually look like a slob or anything like that. I think Spirit is just saying, like, this is the time to make any changes in your life physically, with relationships, because we do have this as here, this here as well. Like, if you want to make new friends, this is a good time to do that. It says socialize or join in. Make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. So again, yeah, this kind of goes back to what I was saying before. So it's like, okay, if you wanted to work on your physique, maybe you can join a spin class or something and meet new friends in that class. Something like that. But we also have this card, choose love over fear. So maybe some of you guys are a little scared to put yourself out there. Maybe you don't like change, and that's okay. So maybe this is something that would be actually difficult for you to do, like put yourself out there, But Spirit is saying, like, if you are able to overcome your fears, you will be able to see some significant changes in your life as long as you're able to put yourself out there and start making these things happen for yourself. So it's like, this stuff isn't going to like fall into your lap. It's like, okay, yes, you can manifest. This is a great time to do that. But you also need to take the inspired action, right? So it's like, maybe you want to manifest like weight loss or something, and I don't know, this is just an example, but like maybe you're listening to like weight loss subliminals, but you're not actually working out, so it's like, okay, well, if you really want to see that weight come off, you're probably going to have to work out at some point. There still needs to be like more action that needs to happen on your part with all of these changes. So, but this is a good time for you in your life, Spirit is saying. And we also have this Evil Queen card. You deserve sugar, not salt. So I think with this card, they want you to be a lot pickier about your relationships moving forward, whether it's friends or romantic or anything like that. Maybe in the past, like, you have had like some, people that just weren't the best for you. They didn't have your best intentions. And, this could be contributing to this fear that you're feeling when it comes to meeting new people. Maybe you're like, well, what if this person's going to try to screw me over? And, what if this person, isn't honest with me or whatever? Like, so they do want you to be more particular about your connections that you make moving forward. Definitely like feel people out. They're not saying like, hey, go out and give everyone a chance. No, only make friends or romantic connections with people who are good to you, right off the bat. If you start seeing red flags, then there's your sign, let them go. Don't even try with them. Because, yeah, you deserve better than what you've gone through in the past, and Spirit wants the best for you, and they want you to have more authentic and fulfilling connections. And yeah, so yeah, you deserve better than what you've had in the past. So maybe, be a little bit more picky about who you meet, who you're actually letting into your circle. Take it slow, feel them out. But I think you will find that if you are able to go out there and make the changes that you want to make in your life. I don't know why I keep getting like working out metaphors. It doesn't have to be that. You don't have to go to a spin class. You could go to a yoga class. I don't know. But I just feel like, whatever it is that, whatever change you're trying to create in your life, by you taking the action to move towards that, you will meet people along the way that are also into those things. So you definitely could be making new friends. Okay, so let's get some tarot. All right, what does group 2 spirit guides want them to know? Okay, so the 10 of Pentacles flew out. We love that. Let's see what else we got. Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups, wow. 2 of Wands, the Artist, and the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Sorry if you can hear noises. My cat is dragging all of her toys out of the toy box right now. So I think she's looking for something to play with, she's looking for something to do. And yeah, I think, for you guys as well, if there's something that you've been wanting to do, if you've been like wanting to put yourself out there in some way, but have been a little unsure, I think this is a sign, if you want to take up a new hobby or activity, it'll be good for you. So let's see. I love that we have like the Queen of Cups and the 6 of Cups, coming out here together. Because I do feel like there is more of a focus for you to, again, my cat is like playing with her toy over there. It's like they want you to have fun. They want you to play. Like what makes you happy? What lights you up inside? This could be something that you did as a kid, that your guides kind of want to see you do again because they know it would bring more joy into your life. So, these kids on this card, they're in a field playing with flowers. So maybe some of you guys, have thought about getting into gardening. I'm sure it's different for everybody, but, maybe you want to plant some flowers. Maybe you want to go pick some flowers and like make bouquets. I don't know, make flower arrangements. But with this Queen of Cups, like this has to do with like something you love, something that brings you joy and makes you feel fulfilled. So, it doesn't have to be like working out, or it doesn't have to be a spin class or anything like that. It could be a pottery class. It could be anything that, maybe you've been thinking about doing or picking up again, but you just haven't really made that decision yet to actually go through with it. And my cat is just having a blast with her toy, chasing it around. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's a little distracting. But we have this 2 of Wands here in the middle. So yeah, it's interesting, like, because in this card, like, he's not even holding either of the wands. He's just kind of like looking over the ledge, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Maybe you guys are like feeling a little lost, or like you just don't know what would be the best use of your time. Yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, we have the Artist card, which is like a bonus card in this deck. We have the Artist card and the Seven of Cups. So the choices, the possibilities are endless. I mean, it's totally up to you what you want to do. I mean, the Seven of Cups can talk about like having multiple options. So it's like, okay, well, I can join a pottery class and I can do this spin class and I could I don't know, join this marathon or something. Or I could, you know, it's just like there's so many possibilities for you. And I think Spirit just really wants you to be able to create the life of your dreams. They're saying this is a great time for you in your life to do this, to like map out a brand new future for yourself. So what do you want that future to look like? There's so many options, so many choices, and I can't really tell you what to do specifically. I mean, I've given you some examples, but the future is wide open. You can do whatever you want, and Spirit wants you to be able to enjoy life again. They don't want you to live your life from a place of fear. You know, because not everyone in this world is out to get you. She's going to town, so I'm sorry if that's loud. But yeah, they want you, and with the Six of Cups card, it's like they want you to infuse more play into your life. How can you invoke that childlike spirit within you again? Like another example, when I was a kid, I used to ride my bike all the time, like every day after school. I'd just go ride my bike around the neighborhood. I don't know, that was just what I did. So, so like for me, for example, that would be like me buying a bike and like going on bike rides again, you know, something like that. So it's like, what's something that you used to love in your childhood, that you used to love doing? Maybe you can bring that back just so you can bring more joy into your life again. But it's like, yeah, it's totally up to you. The future is wide open. They want you to create the life of your dreams here. And then we have this Ten of Pentacles card that popped out. So there is a lot of potential here for you. The Ten of Pentacles talks about basically having it all, you know, having the home and the security and the stability and the family and, you know, maybe even some pets, you know, it's like the whole 9 yards. So, you know, if this is something that you want for yourself, you know, if you want this future where you have it all, right? It's like, how are you going to pave the way to get there? And as you can see on this card, he has like I don't know, paper or canvas or something. And he's literally like drawing it out. So it's like you kind of need to like map out your future and create this plan for yourself. It's like, okay, this is what I want my life to look like. How do I get there? What are the actions that I can take, you know, on a daily basis in order to have that life and be that person who has that life, you know? And I'm not surprised that we have this manifesting card here is because, yeah, it says, allow your wishes to be fulfilled. So what are your wishes? You know, the possibilities are endless. What do you want for your life? You can have it all. So it's like, okay, if you want to be this like hot soccer mom or something, it's like, okay, how are you going to get that hot mom body? You know, maybe you do have to go to a spin class. Maybe you do need to run a marathon. I don't know. But it's like, okay, and if you want like, you know, those kids, it's like, all right, well, where am I going to meet a man? You know, let me go to this and let me do this. You know, it's like maybe you do have to like put yourself out there and start socializing again so you can make those connections and get yourself closer to the life of your dreams. So it's all about kind of like mapping this out for yourself and tailoring it to your life, to what you want. So yeah, so there's a lot of change that's in store for you. This is a great time in your life. Your spirit guides are saying to make these changes and to start taking the steps towards building the life of your dreams. But we do have this Eight of Swords card at the bottom of the deck, so I can see that you have been holding yourself back in some way. because maybe in the past you have been choosing fear over love. You know, fear was controlling your life because you're like, no, 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 I don't want to meet new people. Like, I'm just going to stay safe in my home and not go anywhere, you know, that type of thing. But, you know, by you doing that, is that going to allow you to, you know, obtain the life of your dreams where you have everything that you want? Probably not, you know. So they want you to get out there. They want you to socialize. They want you to stop being so fearful and embrace this, you know, time in your life where you really can do whatever you want. Yeah, so start manifesting, start taking inspired action, but also start infusing more play into your life as well. Yes, and my cat is still playing like crazy over there. So yeah, and I think by you inviting more play and fun into your life, it'll help you to overcome these fears that have been holding you back. So I also want to get another card from you. I made this little deck and I haven't used it before this video. So let's see, any messages for group 2? Oh, this just flew out. Okay, we have give it time. Okay, so these changes are not going to happen overnight. And again, I keep getting this like working out metaphor. I don't know why. It's like, okay, if you want to get your dream body, right, you're not going to get it overnight. It does take time. It takes time and consistency to get there. So it's like whatever it is that you're going to pursue in your life moving forward, they're saying like, you know, remember to have patience, just give it time. It's like the results that you're seeking will come, but yeah, this is a process. You know, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. Change takes time. So the more that you can hang in there and start, you know, being more persistent with these changes, you will start to see your life change for the better. So before we close out this reading, let's go ahead and read your postcard from Spirit. And it says, "Dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Yeah. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on earth, where we all agreed to play. Play. Okay. Today, trust your spidey sense. Read between the lines. Tune in to the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, for we are right here, and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible." Wow. Okay. So again, with the miracles, we have this card with you are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. And then this right here as well. Today, your world will show you miracles. I love this. Okay, I love that they mentioned playing as well. That's so perfect. Okay, group 2. Well, that's all the messages that I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, group 3. So if you chose this Tiger's Eye Angel, then this is your reading. Okay, we're going to start off with your oracle cards, so let's see what we have. Also, my cat is in a very playful mood, so if you can hear her playing in the background, I apologize, but she's just being cute and having fun, so I don't want to stop her. All right, we have, you think someone is lying. Oh, they are. Oh my gosh, okay, wow. What else? Wisdom. Never judge another. Card number 19, make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you toward your own joy. You deserve it. Easy does it. This card is Sapphire. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. Card number 10 with red, forgive. Oh, interesting. And we also have 19. That adds up to 10 as well. 9 plus 1. Okay, so that could be a significant number for you. And then we also have this postcard from Spirit that we are going to save for last. Okay, group 3. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? They are wanting you to take it a little easier on yourself because it seems like whatever you've gone through, it kind of shook you. You know, we have this card where it says, you know, this person is lying. And then we also have this red card with forgive. So it looks like someone like lied to you, maybe led you on, and you're feeling like really hurt by this situation. And, you know, hopefully you're not taking it out on yourself and like blaming yourself, like, you know, like, why did I even deal with this person? Like, you know, how could I allow someone to put me through this, you know, type of thing. You know, it says never judge another here, but honestly, I just feel like maybe some of you guys are judging yourselves, you know, for even being in this situation in the first place. But it's okay, you know, they don't want you to judge yourself because, you know, it's these types of situations in our life that allow us to garner more wisdom. And that's exactly what this situation did for you. You came out more wise because of it. You learned from this, you know. And of course, like, this was not fun to go through. You know, it made you question your judgment. It made you doubt yourself. Like, okay, how could I have gotten myself in this situation, right? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if you can hear that. My cat has got the zoomies. But yeah, with this card, it says make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you toward your own joy. So they want you to make yourself more of a priority moving forward. It's like they don't really want you to harp on, you know, this person that hurts you or lied to you. Because I feel like when you do that, when you dwell on what happened, it makes you feel bad about yourself. Like, it just leads you to that place, right? Where you're just like, hey, look at this girl. She's just like sitting in her bathtub. Like, you can tell she's kind of out of it. Just, you know, staring off into space, like, you know, and it says forgive. So it's like they don't want you to like dwell on this hurt and pain because it only like keeps you down. And that's not what they want for you. So yeah, easy does it. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. So they want you to take it easy on yourself, you know, make some time for self-care, you know, so that you can heal and move on from this situation. But, you know, of course, you know, part of this process is going to require some forgiveness on your part. And of course, like, forgiveness is not saying, you know, what the other person did was okay. It's more about letting the situation go so that it doesn't have such a hold on you anymore moving forward. It's more about like accepting, like, okay, this person did this to me. No, it wasn't right. It wasn't fair. I didn't deserve that. But because of this situation, I learned from this. And now I know, what to look out for moving forward. Now I know not to trust that person moving forward. It's like, try to look at what you've gained from the situation instead of what you've lost. And be very gentle with yourself in the process. They don't want you to be hard on yourself, because this is not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. So moving forward, your spirit guides really want you to prioritize yourself and just start like working towards, getting your happiness back and letting this go so that you can move on with your life. So let's go ahead and get some tarot. Okay, what does group 3's spirit guides want them to know? Okay, we have a couple that popped out. Let's see what else we got. The 3 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, the Emperor, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And let's see what popped out. We have the Magician and the 7 of Swords. Okay. Okay, so what do your spirit guides want you to know? We have the Emperor in the middle here, and it says, being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. So they want you to like take charge of your life right now. Take charge of your feelings as well. If you feel like you do find yourself kind of slipping into this place where you're feeling, sorry for yourself and, how could this happen to me? That type of thing. They don't want you to go to that place. They want you to take your power back and it's like take charge of your life, because what happened to you does not define you or your life. That's totally up to you. So let's see. We also have the 3 of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles. The 3 of Wands says, put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. The 7 of Pentacles says, nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. Oh man, okay. So I just feel like you were let down by someone or this situation. It's like you had a lot of hope for the future. It's like you could see the possibilities like with this situation, or I'm just going to assume this was like a romantic person, like partner. Doesn't have to be, but I mean, clearly there is someone who did not treat you right. So yeah, it's like you really saw the potential with someone and you could really see things going the distance with this person. And with the 7 of Pentacles, it's like you gave to it, hoping that it would grow, like, your relationship would grow and, hoping that you could take things further along, right? And you're just waiting to have that happen. But Let me see. We do have the Seven of Swords coming out here. It says, are your actions really as selfless as you think? I'm not taking these cards literally based on what they say, but I am reading them to you just so you know what they say. But I am still kind of using my intuition to interpret these cards. So the Seven of Swords and the Magician. This is who you dealt with. This is not you. Because the Magician can be someone manipulative, you know, trying to get their way and not really being honest with you. It's like they're putting on a show, right? It's like this whole act to make you think that one thing is happening when really it's not. You know, they're just not being honest with you. So, yeah, this Magician with the Seven of Swords, this is someone that you were dealing with that was being very sneaky and not being honest with you about their real intentions. You know, maybe you feel led on by this person and then just, it's like the rug just got pulled out from under you and you're just like, wait, what? Like, what happened? It's like, I thought one thing, and then lo and behold, this person had something else in mind this whole time. So it's like you truly felt deceived by this person. Yeah. And you were right. It's like your intuition was right. So let's see. We also have this Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So the Page of Cups says, let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. And the Ace of Cups. Do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. Yeah, and then we have this Ten of Pentacles at the bottom, and it says having it all looks different to everyone. So I think that you were hoping to have this Ten of Pentacles outcome with this person, or at least that's what you're trying to work towards, right? Like build this connection with them. And maybe they led you on to believe that that was possible for you guys, but then no, it's just they weren't being honest with you. So yeah, this Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I do want to clarify these cards here. Please clarify the Page of Cups and Ace of Cups for group threes. Let's see. Oh my God. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups clarifying the Ace of Cups. Great. And the Knight of Swords. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. This is what I was trying to see. Like, is this person trying to come back? And now it's like they want to offer you the Ace of Cups. Like, oh, really? Oh, now you want to, like that kind of thing? Like, please. Okay. That's so annoying. Yeah. All right. So this took a turn. I do see that this person may potentially come back in and, you know, if they don't offer an apology, it's like they could kind of start the conversation back up. It's like they might want to like start small and kind of like test the waters with you a little bit and just to see if they can get back in with you. Because maybe they're not really sure how you'll react, right? But yeah, I'm seeing this person like as the Knight of Swords. Like they're just coming in like bat out of hell, out of nowhere. You're probably not going to see this coming. But it's like they do. And here's the thing, you know, I don't think this person has really changed all that much because why are they coming in, you know, with this Page of Cups when really they want to offer you the Ace of Cups? It's like, even when they come back in with these like intentions like that you initially wanted, right? They're not even going to be like honest with you again about that. Because it's like, yes, like they do want the Ace of Cups with you, but they're not going to be like upfront about that with you. Instead, they're going to be presenting themselves, you know, with this Page of Cups energy, which is like, I mean, Page of Cups is literally like the beginning of the cup suit, right? And the Ace, I mean, just night and day difference. So, but yeah, so I do see this person like coming back in kind of out of the blue, and, you know, it's probably going to catch you off guard, but yeah, it's going to surprise you. And, you know, I feel like this communication will be different for all of you. I think some of you, this could come in the form of an apology. And I think that they're not going to fully let on, again, what their intentions are, even though they do have more pure intentions for you this time. So it just makes me think, like, maybe this is just how this person operates. This is just how they are. Like, they never really say, like, 100% like what they're feeling or thinking. It's like, I don't know. That's kind of frustrating. But so, yeah. So they're going to come in, you know, either with an apology. It's going to be small. It's not like going to be this, you know, oh my God, I just, you know, it's not going to be them like pouring their heart out to you. No, I just don't think that this person operates like that. So if it's not an apology, then it's going to be some like small like conversation just to like see where your head's at and like how you're, you know, responding to them. It's like they want to dip their toe back in the water and just check the temperature with you, because maybe they're not sure like how they will be received, you know, when they come back in. So yeah, it's like they want to start off small and just maybe make some small talk and see how you're doing and how you're responding to them. But if they do come back, know that this is what they really want, which is the Ace of Cups, but they're not going to tell you that right away. Yeah, and this Ace of Cups, it says, do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. So it's like, I feel like before you saw the potential with this person and you were trying to see like where things could go, but they didn't. It's like they weren't even looking for that. They weren't looking for potential. It wasn't even a thing in their mind at all. It's like they had their own intentions and that was it. And they weren't thinking about anything outside of that. So now that you've stepped away and you're, you know, not happy with them basically, and you've walked away, they see the potential and they're like, oh my God, like what did I lose, right? Like, did I let, you know, the one go? That's what they're worried about. And so now at some point they're going to rush back in and basically try to win you back. But they do have much stronger feelings for you than they let on. So keep that in mind. You're not going to have this like, they're not going to be pouring their heart out to you. That's just not going to happen. I think they're going to hide that just to see like where you're at, because they don't want to like feel foolish, I guess, like if they were to put themselves out there and then you're just like, what, you're crazy, like get out of here. They don't want that to happen. So they're going to test the waters with you. They're going to come in small, you know, it could be an apology, like, hey, like I'm sorry for how everything went down, like that's not what I wanted for us and blah blah blah. I don't know, but yeah, so now you know, if they do come back around, I think they do have more pure intentions for you. I think they have gained feelings for you in the time that you guys have been apart. But yeah. But also because they're like they're like tiptoeing around your feelings. Um, yeah, I don't remember what I was getting at. Yeah, so now you know like what their intentions are. But if you want my advice, I would not let them off easy, okay? Because what they did to you is not right. It's not okay. And that's not something that they should be doing to people. And I think, when they do come back, let them know how you feel. Like, be honest with them. Let them know, like, how this affected you and that you're not happy with them. And if they're going to try to come back into your life, they need to work for that. They need to earn your trust again, basically, because they weren't honest with you before. But I think because of this experience, you have gained a lot of wisdom, especially about this person, right? It's like maybe you thought, they were one way, and then they treated you like this, and now you know that you know what they're capable of, basically, and that they're not always an honest person, and that's not okay if this is someone that you're going to be with. So yeah, basically your spirit guides, like, they want you to take it easy on yourself. Like, they don't want you to feel like this is your fault or anything. I think this person just ended up showing their true colors to you. I don't think this is how they necessarily wanted things to pan out, but it also took a different turn than what they were expecting as well. I don't think they were expecting to get feelings for you. So, and I think because of that, that's why they're trying to come back and see where you're at and see if you'll let them back in. Because now they want to try again. But yeah, okay, so that's what I have. I also want to get a card from this deck, which I made, which I haven't used before this reading. So let's see. Kind of like testing it out on you guys. All right, any messages for group 3? There it is. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, wow. All right, that took a turn. All right, well, focus on your career. So, yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly. So basically your spirit guides are saying, like, don't wait on this person because they're gonna come back on their own time. They're gonna come back when they're ready. In the meantime, your spirit guides want you to focus on your career. Don't dwell on this because, even before we got the tarot, I could see that you were like dwelling on this situation. They don't want that for you. They want you to take it easy on yourself and not continue to feel bad about this situation, right? So in the meantime, while you and this person are in separation, focus on your career. And I think the more that you focus on yourself and take your energy back, from this person, then I think the quicker it is that they'll come towards you. Yeah, because it's like energy ties, like, I don't know, it's like you can kind of feel like when a person is thinking about you, or you can kind of feel when there's more of a distance, right? Like if you take your energy back and you're not like focusing on them anymore, then they're really like, oh, they'll feel that distance, and I think it'll draw them in to you again quicker. So yeah, just take your energy back, focus on your career. Don't worry about this person. They'll come back when the time is right, when they're ready, and when they're ready to actually come to you correct, right? Because before, clearly they were not. So that's not, you don't want to be dealing with this person if they're in that energy. Just wait for them to, well, don't wait, but you know what I mean. Just don't even worry about them until they get their act together and can come to you correct. So yeah, just do you, focus on career. Before we close out the reading, let's go ahead and read your postcard from Spirit. So we have, Dear You, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition into something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome, Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself, that's the point. We love your courage, embrace it. Okay, so this leap that they're talking about, it could have something to do with your career, something that you're wanting to pursue. Because if you're wondering, I don't think this leap is talking about you and this person. No. Because I feel like this person is going to leap towards you whenever they feel ready to do that. But for you, you're meant to focus on yourself and heal. So, this is saying your soul is ready for a new experience. So if there's something that you've been thinking about doing or starting or pursuing, especially if it's something pertaining to your work or like a business that you're wanting to start, this is saying definitely move towards that, focus on that. And Spirit's got you, they are encouraging you to move forward with this. And it might feel scary. It might feel like a big leap of faith for you. But they have got your back, apparently. So, they really want you to move towards that and start working on that. Okay, group 3, well, that's all the messages that I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hi, group 4. So if you chose this Rose Quartz Angel, then this is your reading. We're going to start off with your oracle cards. So let's see what you got. Okay, we have detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Okay. All right. Let's see. Clarity. Possess self-confidence. Card number 16. It's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. Dolomite, stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. Card number 41, Sundress, do it for you. Okay, and then we have this postcard from Spirit that we're going to save for last. Okay, let's see. What do your spirit guides want you to know? Okay, so we do have this detox card. I don't know why I can't read this card. So they want you to clean up your life, essentially. This could be anything for you. This could talk about getting healthier, decluttering your space, cutting some toxic people out of your life. But I will say there is an emphasis here about your spirit guides wanting you to have a clear mind. We do have this clarity card, and it does have a person's head on it. But then, here as well. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. And even here, it's I don't know. There's a heaviness within you. It's I don't know if you guys have been feeling down on yourselves lately or just been feeling down about your life. I don't know if I should say this or not, but I am getting that maybe some of you could be leaning on using certain substances in order to get you through this time. It could be, I don't know, can I say all this stuff on YouTube? So if maybe some of you guys are imbibing, you might want to go a little easier on the alcohol, if some of you guys have been doing that, or it could be other things, it could be, smoking or whatever. But I mean, yeah, that's definitely coming through. We have this detox card, clarity. There's something about, having more of a clear mind that will help you move forward. Because I do think that for some of you, like if you have been, drinking or something like that, that doesn't always put you in the best mindset, mind frame, whatever. And it just doesn't help you. It's like, I do feel like some of you maybe have been going through a hard time, and it's like you're just kind of using substances as a way to cope and get through it. And maybe you think, you wouldn't be able to like get through this without it, But they want you to like stay strong and stay positive, because you will get through this. You will make it through this time in your life. Wow. Yeah, I was not expecting this type of reading. Yeah, I feel like the more that I read, the more strong this message is coming through. It's like, because maybe even some of you don't think that you could, like, get through this without whatever this is for you. I mean, it could be drinking, smoking, eating, it could be anything. But it's like, they feel like maybe you don't have the self-confidence to work through this on your own. And then we have the sundress card, which says, do it for you. So it's like, yeah, it's like, they can tell you all day, like, what they think you should do and what you shouldn't do. But they're saying, like, no, we want you to do it for you. Not for us, but for you. So it's like they want this desire to come from within you. But maybe you just haven't had the self-confidence to, be able to do that. Yeah. But here's the thing. It's like the more that you indulge in this, the harder it's going to be for you to make that decision and take that next step forward, because you're not in the right frame of mind, like when you are under the influence, right? Or whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know. But this says a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So I think that you need to have a clear mind in order to maintain a positive mindset, It's like one of those things. It's like it can be a negative feedback loop or it can be a positive feedback loop. And I think that you indulging in whatever this is keeping you stuck in like a negative feedback loop, because it's like you feel bad about yourself, and then you feel like you can't stop or whatever. And it's like, you just feel like you don't have what it takes to make a change, when it comes to this. But they're saying that it'll be a lot easier for you to do that and have this more positive mindset once you actually get this clear mind in the first place. So it's like you kind of have to force yourself, or go cold turkey or something like that. It's like you have to make that really difficult first step to make that change and not indulge in whatever this is for you. And then I think from that point on, it will get easier, because then once you have that clear headspace, then you can start to think more positively again. You see, it's like, but before it's like while you're under the influence, you're just not in a good headspace, And I think it's a lot easier for you to fall back into those negative thoughts and beliefs. And you're like, oh, I'll never be able to get over this, or I'll never be, it's like that kind of thing. So it's like you have to make that difficult decision to just stop, and then once you gain that clarity, it'll be easier for you moving forward. It'll be easier for you to maintain a positive mindset and, maintain more hope and consistency. And yeah, it's just that taking that first step that I think is going to be the hardest for you. But we do have this card, it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you'll be able to look to the future with a smile. So there could be something, else going on in your life outside of this that maybe is like causing you to like go towards this, whatever it is. Could be drinking, smoking, whatever. Whatever else is going on in your life that could be causing you to lean on that as a crutch, things will get better. And I think that will also help you in your journey of like, letting this go, and regaining that clarity again. But yeah, they want you to do it for you. Like this is something, it's like, yeah, it needs to come from within. And I think once you're able to do this, like you'll start to feel more free from this, right? But you'll also feel more empowered because you'll be taking these steps, and like it's like you'll feel more confident because you're like, okay, I did it, I'm doing it, kind of thing. I can keep going. I already did it, that kind of thing. It's like the more progress you make, the more confident you'll feel maintaining that progress. So yeah, wow, okay, I was not expecting to get this. All right, let's get some tarot. All right, what does Group 4's spirit guides want them to know? Ace of Cups, love. Judgment, angel of the past. Knight of Wands, action. Strength, angel of courage. The moon, angel of dreams. And Queen of Cups with sensitivity, the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands here, right in the middle, and it says action. So there definitely needs to be some action taken on your part to improve this situation. And we also have strength right next to it with the angel of courage. So it's going to take some strength and courage on your part. This is not going to be easy, but your spirit guides want you to know that you do have it within you to make this change. And they've got your back. If they didn't, this wouldn't even be your reading today. But this is what they wanted to highlight to you and talk to you about. So they're definitely supporting you with this and trying to encourage you to make these changes so that you can have a healthier and more fulfilling life moving forward. We also have the Moon card with the Angel of Dreams. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is something that maybe you've been hiding from others, or it's like you don't want everyone to know about this, which is totally understandable. So it's like maybe this is something you feel like you've been struggling with all on your own, which obviously can make it more difficult when you don't feel like you have a support system in place. So just know that at the very least, I mean, you do have your spirit guides that are supporting you with this, and they want to be there for you while you improve your life. And we also have the Ace of Cups with Judgment, love, and angel of the past. So the Judgment card, I see this card as like a call to action. And we do have action here as well with the Judgment, or with the Knight of Wands. So I think basically this reading is your angels calling you out, you know, not in a bad way, not in a bad way, but just like, hey, we see what's going on. We want better for you. We know that you're capable of doing better. We see that you're struggling. We want to help you with this. But it all starts with you, right? So, yeah, there is, you know, a message here, or, yeah, they're just saying, like, it's time. It's time to make a change. We know that you can do better. You're capable. And they love you. With this Ace of Cups, it says love. Your guides have a lot of love for you. They care about you. They want you to be living your best life, and they see that you're not. But it's hard for you to move forward and live a more fulfilling life when you don't even have a clear mind to be able to do that. So that's step one. Then we also have the Queen of Cups with sensitivity at the bottom. So I do, with all these cups coming out, I do think that for some of you, this could be talking about drinking, which is okay. There's no judgment here, all right? Only the judgment card, but I am not judging. But yeah, so I do think for some of you, this is talking about your drinking. It doesn't have to be that, you know, for all of you. It could be different things. But it's like, yeah, Queen of Cups with sensitivity. It's like maybe you've been trying to like drink your emotions away or something. But like this cup, you know, it's not meant to be your crutch. You can survive, you can thrive without a cup in your hand, right? Or a bottle or whatever it is. And I just feel like for some of you, it's like, I don't want to say like this is like tied to your identity, but maybe this is something you've been struggling with for such a long time that it is kind of like tied to your identity. And you're kind of like, well, I don't know who I am without, you know, a bottle in my hand or something, or I don't know who I am if I'm not, you know, going out to bars. I mean, I hate saying this, it sounds terrible, but like, you know what I mean? So I think there might be a need for, you know, maybe developing a new self-concept along the way and start putting together a new identity for yourself outside of drinking or outside of whatever this is for you. Know that it's not tied to your identity. It's not who you are. Yes, maybe it's something that you're struggling with, but it's not who you are. You did not come into this world, you know, well, like I can't say you didn't come into this world with a bottle because, you know, babies do have bottles. But yeah, this is just not who you are. And I think it's time for you to find yourself outside of this. Who are you without this, right? What does that look like? Do you know? Like, have you discovered that? If not, it's time to do that. But it's only going to happen if you have a clear mind. Because if you're drinking or if you're doing something else, you're just not in the right headspace to discover like who you truly are. So, but they're saying like you can get through this. Like, I think the time is up, like on whatever this is for you. We have this clock here. It's like striking, I don't even know, but the time is up. You know, the gig is up. You can't do this anymore. It's enough is enough, but they want you to do it for you. So like whenever you feel like you're ready to make this change in your life, they're fully supporting you and they got your back. They want what's best for you. But again, with this action, you know, there does need to be some action taken on your part. But, you know, whenever you're ready to do that and move forward and start living a healthier life, right? So let's see what else. I want to get another card from this deck that I made that I'm using for the first time in this video. So Let's see, message for group 4, Spirit. Wow, the other groups didn't take this long to get a card. Group 4, please, Spirit. Group 4. There it is. Okay, we have give it time. Okay, so this is not something that's going to happen overnight, obviously. This is a process. This is a daily commitment. Yeah, you'll need to be persistent and committed and give it time, you know? And I think things will get easier for you with time as well. So let's read your postcard from Spirit. It says, Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new, do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. Oh, that is so perfect for this reading. Group 4, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it resonated. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.